In a world where 7 people will play a game like never before. Will they survive? Audio Dungeon.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Tony Hansen here for Audio Dungeon, and today we are playing with the fan player characters. I'm joined by Oni, Derek, Richard, and Brown, and they've been playing characters in the world for a while, and I'm excited to bring you today for the first ever session for the fan characters. But they're no strangers to Indaria because they've been playing with us on live stream since season 3, when everyone escaped from the prison in Ravensclaw. So let's go around the room, and we'll start with Oni, who's on my left. And why don't you tell us about your character and anything we need to know?
So Livmora is a character. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't see myself on the screen, so I'm
you're
assuming
good.
it's going. Livmora is a character that we made originally. We didn't have much clearance on what was going to happen with them, so I made it to be an NPC, but it turned into something more. And she is a smuggler that was captured after Ravensclaw, after Raven took over Ravensclaw. After that, she helped out in the battles that happened in Rhaegar and ended up becoming part of the Rhaegarian forces. She's now a captain of the one of the last few remaining airships that are owned by FPC characters, and that's pretty much what she does. She's very paranoid.
What, in general, or for a reason?
Well, it's one of her faults is that she believes everything is a conspiracy. So whenever something goes wrong, she thinks it's a conspiracy. She thinks that people are out to get her. So that's her big thing. Her trait, obviously, is that her word is her bond. So whenever she says she's going to do something, she does it.
Awesome. Very interesting. Derek, let's go to you for Garthard.
All right, I'm Derek, and the character I play is Garthard, rogue, dragonborn, and swashbuckler. At your service. Garthard is a bronze dragonborn. He was originally found in the ocean by a number of smugglers, and he was raised to be a merchant smuggler. For the exchange, he was in command of the fastest airship in the Rhaegarian fleet, and then he promptly crashed it and did no damage. Nobly crashed it, doing nobly nothing to what he was trying to crash it into. And currently he is on Livmoria's ship, just kind of worried about going back to Rhaegar and having to talk to Bellamon about losing his ship.
Okay, awesome. Let's go over to Richard, who's playing Mr.
Right. I'm playing Mr. Nobody. He's a rogue wizard. He's a spy, pretty much. When I created him up, he was basically going to Ravensclaw to find out what was going on with Raven. But if he did get there, he got captured instead. But over the years, he's developed the exchange. He's recruited everybody that's joined up, and he's just wanting to build up to become a master spy, and that's his ultimate goal. He's just picked up the ability to be able to disguise himself at will. This was another cool feat. So yeah, that's Mr.
Awesome, very nice. And Brown, let's go to you for Xander.
Brown, I play Xander. He's a half-orc mercenary who got hired on by Mistar in the 22-year jump there, and started really supporting the exchange in doing their combination of dirty work and muscle work, but he has a mind for leadership and military matters as well. As we were dealing with the sunken city, he actually got a mobile artillery unit together to help defend the city. So that's about his only claim to fame yet, other than maybe ragging on Garthard for crashing his ship so well.
And And what is it? The classes? He's multi-class or no?
Xander's just a straight fighter. He has Eldritch Knight as his background, so he's going to be doing a couple of spells here and there to support the team, but mostly fighting the good fight.
Okay, awesome. So at the time of this recording, we are playing to make this equivalent to the ongoing storyline. This takes place in the same time as season 4, episode 17, or in a way, it's like episode 17.5. So right now, if you're watching Celestial War and you're in season 4 and you're up to that episode, you'll notice that the party goes down. They actually had a real problem, and they needed to be picked up desperately. And you guys, I remember that you guys happened to have the airship going. You were flying, and then I didn't realize that everyone was on it yet. And then one of you guys told me that, like, oh yeah, everyone have to be on it. I was like, oh my God, it's perfect. So you guys picked them up from Anwar in the desert using a sending spell, and then you guys flew them over. You ferried them over to the tower near Arlight, which is the Chronomancer's tower. So you guys lower them down there. It's known that the area around the tower is very dangerous, so it's actually very odd to fly through there, even with the crystals. So captaining that through Livermore is basically you're seeing the aircraft act strange because the crystals are becoming intermittent or flying in an odd way. But you guys actually managed to get them down. You fly them off. But we're going to take a step right before that. And as you guys are traveling there to Chronomancer's Tower, I want to do a little role play for you guys, just kind of hanging out, and let's kind of get into the feel of these characters. So you guys are on your way over. You've picked them up from Anwar. You're on your way to the Chronomancer's Tower. You guys are basically in the galley. You have, if any of you have a job on the ship, obviously it's being subbed in by someone else who's just as capable to keep it going. But this is like a downtime for you guys. That the heroes are down below decks, either sleeping, resting, or trying to recover. They look like they've been through a lot. You have all the information that they have because they would fill you in when you see them. So you're completely up to date, and you guys are now meeting up. You're eating, you're resting, you're relaxing, and you can role play. Let's do it.
So we're in the galley now?
Yes, you're in the
Garthard
yep.
will walk up to Liv and Liv, make sure you fly high. The last time I was around here, I got these odd abilities but nearly died. I got lucky by being saved by Abasia's father, Blackwater. But I don't like this space. Just take us in safely.
I don't think that should be a problem. I mean, at this point, we're pretty high up in the air, but their crystals are floating around, and it's a very treacherous known area of space. But we'll definitely take our time and get in there. But maybe not too much time. It seems like we're on a deadline as it is. But it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Our crew is well trained, and we have scout flyers that can fly ahead and make sure that we don't end up in the wrong place.
As long as you don't leave this one on the wheel. Xander walks up and slaps Garthard on the side. You still owe me a drink, my friend.
Yes, well, all the alcohol I had was on the ship.
Better be glad that the mobile artillery unit picked you up when it did. Didn't want any demons scarring that pretty face of yours.
I swam.
Ethan, did you pick up your... Ethan, did you manage to pick back up your Stein?
I did.
Good.
I wasn't going to tell him that, but I did.
I doubt very much he would have gone anywhere with it. He probably was swimming with it on his back.
Yeah, that won't surprise me.
Oh no, I've had it the entire time. I tried to kill a shark, but then missed. So I drank a bit. That's why it took so long to find you.
Swill from your cup. So, Mistar, You got word about where we're supposed to be dropping off the grand heroes?
Yes, we're at the top of the Chronomancer's Tower. It's a place that I've been wanting to visit for a very long time. Just never had the opportunity, been too busy. I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to do some exploring, see what we can find.
Find some arcane secrets, hopefully, to finally get paid with.
That's the plan.
Good.
Get our hands on some chronomancy spells. That would be very handy right now, I believe.
And
Okay.
dangerous.
I'll put it out there. Though. Anyone that goes down into the tower, as soon as the main party comes back, if they need to go somewhere with our current time limit, I will have to leave. So make sure you're back before they do.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I thought you were coming with us, Liv.
I don't know if it would be a good idea in these treacherous skies to go down into the Chronomancer's Tower. I could try if you would like, but I'm slightly worried leaving the Val up here, commanded by the gnomish group. Though our commander is very, very, very well trained, I'm slightly worried about losing the only other ship that the exchange has at its disposal.
One question
So
for
it's
you
not
there,
your
Liv.
crew you're worried about.
No, it's
The
the ship.
crew is gnomes. They're loyal to
Liv.
Rhaegar. It's all good.
Liv, is there a way
Replaceable,
we can
then.
try and get some more
Sorry, go ahead,
speed out of
mister.
the ship? Could we get more speed out of the ship? I know it's a big beast, but as you said, time is of the essence. Do we have a way of getting the ship quicker?
I could yell at them.
That's not going to help.
Tony, would Liv know that? Would Liv know if there's a way to make the ship go faster?
If you want to start stealing minutes, you can probably try to push the ship more, but we would make rolls on damaging it as well.
No, it's not worth it.
I don't think it would be worth the trouble in this particular case. I mean, with the floating rocks and the chronomancy, trying to push it faster might damage the ship, and that might not be a good idea.
Well, anyways, Garthard will reach out, take a bunch of mugs, slam them down onto the table, and start pouring some from his stein. If we're about to die, we may as well drink to it. Hopefully
Hear,
these
hear.
heroes won't get us killed either, but they haven't so far. It's been a blessing on us anyways.
100%.
I'll drink to that.
Okay, so you guys have been traveling for many hours. You guys are well rested when you get there. Either resting now around this moment or anything of similar value. Finally, you guys get into proximity of the Chronomancer's Tower. You pass over Arlight, and you see that the weather gets a little bit odd. Nothing crazy, but you do believe that there's going to be a storm coming in eventually, probably within the next few hours. But you don't know. You don't believe it'll be here that long. You guys arrive over the tower again. As I said before, the airship has a lot of difficulty trying to get to the Chronomancer's Tower, but you are able to get there. You guys lower a rope down, and the heroes thank you, and they start making their way down. You wait to the end. They make their way safely down to the tower. You guys are basically circling with the rope, just kind of moving around, keeping with it, and you see that they make their way down into the tower. Now, from here, for any of you, what would you like to do, if anything? And you don't have to do anything.
Garthard, his big thing is he's going to go and see if he can't see how far out that storm is, because that's making him real nervous. That's kind of what got him almost killed last time. So,
Okay, how are you going to do that? You're going to ask the more to fly there, you're saying?
no, I was going to say if there's a spyglass or anything that he could look and try to guess, estimate the time frame.
Okay, let's go around and see what everybody else is going to be doing. Liv Moore, what are you going to be doing?
So I'm assuming that Liv would be up in the bridge at this point, especially if it's a turbulent airspace at the helm, and she'd be being assisted by her helmsman and any other bridge crew, just making sure that everything runs smooth and that they don't get too far away from the tower, so when the crew comes back, they'll be ready to pick them up. She'll probably also be commanding the crew to stay on red alert because she doesn't know if there's anything dangerous down there that could attack. So she's just commanding from the bridge.
Okay, that's good. All Let's go to Mr. Are you taking any action or no action?
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking around down towards the tower and just see if I can see anything that looks unusual, something that I'd like to investigate. Just looking for oddities that just look out of place, that it would be worth investigating.
Gotcha. And Xander?
Helping out with Mr. R. Gonna try and do an Arcana check, see if there's some kind of magical who's-its, what's-its that we can try and identify from the air that we normally wouldn't from the ground.
Okay. So, Garthar, you start spying. Give me a D20. Give me an investigation check.
That's an 18 with plus 0, so 18.
18, nice. So you are checking out. You feel like there is a storm that's coming in from the northeast. It's kind of rolling off of the main continent and over towards Arlight. And not that you're not an expert by any means about the weather patterns or anything like that, but you do know that storms over Arlight are very common. So you just see it coming in, and with an 18 roll, you believe that's kind of come in probably within maybe about 2 hours.
Okay.
Livermore, you're at command. You basically making sure everything is rightfully so, status quo. You're not having any problems, and basically everyone's just trying to keep the ship rotating around the tower and trying to stay close enough where they had to make it like a quick getaway, you'd be able to. Mister, you start scouting out on the tower, and Xander, you're assisting. Xander, you try an arcane check. You can roll a knowledge check for that if you have that.
Will do. Crit fail. Got a nice 4.
Okay. So you try to cast oh wait, you just use it. You don't have any magic. You're just using arcane knowledge.
I have identify, and
No, you need to detect magic.
of course I don't have
Okay,
detect
try to take
magic.
magic.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'd
should have taken that.
I'd
Okay,
also
so you-
use that as well.
Right. So Xander, by sight, you're just trying to look for anything that's out of the ordinary. You can feel, even with a critical miss, you basically just can feel that something is odd, and that's where your information ends with that roll.
It's magic.
It's magic, guys. I've discovered
There's
something.
magic down there.
It's magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mister,
Yep.
You're looking around the area as, again, you guys are just like circling around. If this microphone was it, you guys are basically just flying around in circles, going around the entire tower, and you're looking down. And the only thing you see is something that was described before when they first visited the Chronomancer's Tower. That's an out-of-game comment. You see that the whole top of the tower is stained with blood. It's almost as if it was stained with blood that is never going to wash away. And the blood does not look like normal blood. It looks very odd. And you even see decaying griffins, still only a few, still laying on top of the tower, never removed or partially eaten, or maybe some of them fell off the sides and you can see them down below in the tower. But it looked like there definitely was a horrific scene here at some point in its history. Anyone can act now.
Could I also cast Detect Magic just to see what else is there? Because I have the arcane side of it.
You cast Detect Magic, and basically it kind of goes wonky. So no roll needed. You kind of cast it, and it feels like the magic is in the air everywhere. You're also detecting magic from the engines around you in the very airship you're flying in. So it's very hard to detect anything of note where you're able to pinpoint anything.
Everything is magic.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I found the magic. There's a magic tower and a magic engine.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm kind of concerned about. Does magic look out of control, like something's gone wrong, or does it?
It does look wild. It does seem wild. But your character doesn't know a lot about chronomancy, so you wouldn't know if that's normal or out of the ordinary. But you do know that you do know that chronomancy is not well understood, and you do know that, like, around the tower, once you look downward, so like the tower is here, like if this microphone's the tower, all the way below, you would see that there's all like pieces of the mountain is actually broken apart, as if a chronomancy like field, a gravitational pull, is just ripped apart the mountain below it and turned it around. So you have a way of visually seeing the effects of it, but it's definitely not understood why that would happen because the chronomancy is coming from the tower. Is it emanating from the tower or something else happening? And chronomancy is interacting with that, and then it's just creating this whole orbital sphere around the lower parts. So it is an interesting sight to behold.
Hey, Liv. We've probably got 2 hours before that storm comes in. I don't know how bad it's going to be.
Hopefully the main heroes down there will get finished with what they're doing and we can get out of here before it shows up. If not, we should definitely tell the crew to brace and get ready for a rough ride.
All right. Well, I'll head down. I'll see what Mistar and Xander are up to. Pat, on the back, kind of with a swish of my cloak, I'll head down the stairs to the to where Mistar and Xander are.
Okay, you walk to the on the main deck to the side of the ship, and you see Xander and Mister just looking over the ledge, and they're talking about how everything looks magical.
There's some over there, and some over there.
You do know that this was a Chronomancer's tower, right?
Of course.
Pretty sure there was a lot of magic.
I think
Very
we should go down.
school for me.
Actually,
Sorry.
I do think we should go down and have a closer look.
Let me give something just a quick try.
It's fine with me.
I'm going to summon my echo about 15 feet away and see what happens when I try to do that.
Okay, you try to summon an echo, and you see like false images of yourself flicker around. For a second, you're in multiple places, and for a second, you're just back into where you are.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm going to do something similar, but I'm going to pull out my familiar, who is I keep hidden away just for these sort of purposes, and bring him out as an owl. And I'm going to send him out the 30 feet and just sort of go switch down and see what he can see and look through his eyes.
Okay, so the owl makes his way down. He has no problems flying, nothing like that. He flies down there within a few minutes, and he lands on one of the spots on the side of the tower. So you can ask me any kind of description you want from the tower.
Yeah, I just want to have a look around. What's it like? Does it look like it's falling apart? Does it look completely stable? Is there anything out of the ordinary? Because I've still got the detect magic on, and I can look through his eyes, and I can.
The tower seems to be holding. You don't think it's going to crumble or anything like that. It looks fine. And you do notice that from here that the tower has been designed by dwarves. Everybody roll a knowledge history check if you have such a roll. If not, you could just make a intelligence roll.
19.
Okay, so the answer is coming.
15.
Back when my people were stupid.
13.
Got a 9.
Okay, so 15 or higher for Xander and Mister. You realize that you remember your history, and this was an old dwarven watchtower when the dwarves were suspecting the keeper. Even though he was saying he was never involved in the war, he thought that it was a false claim, that they were like getting ready to arm and do different things. So they burrowed up, built this tower out, and they kept it far and hidden away, and they were spying on our light. When the Dragon Wars came, it was virtually abandoned. The Chronomancer took it over many years later. So you kind of remember that story about it, you kind of recall it, and you can see the dwarven craftsmanship in the stone.
But only those two know that, right?
Xander.
Yes.
Xander will let everyone else know. But
yeah, you can tell them later.
Just like everyone else, he's going to do his own thing. And he takes one finger, licks it, puts it into the wind, feels where the wind's going, takes out a hand axe as it glows a little green, chucks it towards the tower. It's
okay. Roll a
to me, so
roll a d20. If you roll
it back to myself,
roll it. Oh, when do you pull it back to yourself, or you just let it go all the way?
So I'm gonna try and get it as close as I can to the tower. I don't know how close I am.
Roll d20, please.
Whatever. We'll do.
And don't roll very low.
Hand axe. Got 16.
16. Okay.
Pretty low.
So he fires a hand axe, which Mister, you're not looking at right now, but you hear, as the owl, you hear something coming near you. It kind of scares you. Look up, and the owl looks up, and you see a hand axe going, and all of a sudden, gets pulled back in a return magic effect. As you said, you can return it to your hand.
Does it hit the tower though? I want to wait until it like hits the tower or something.
Okay,
or,
so
like,
then
I know it's done something other than just flung.
Is there a limit on how far you can fire it?
It's just a regular hand axe. I can pull it back from wherever it goes. It's kind of like Thor's hammer.
I think
But
the range
it's
on
magical,
those is
so it teleports
2040, I think.
So there's no range on return. If this was across the world, you can pull it back to your hand. You're saying
just the range. Yes, yeah. For the range of the hand axe, it's like 20-40 feet. But we're high up. It's got an angle. Who knows if it hits the tower?
Oh, so it's limited by returning from the range. Okay, so it's a little bit out of the range.
It's not limited for returning.
Okay, that's what I need.
It's not limited by returning. I'm wondering if it might not return actually because of the effects of the tower.
So you fire the axe down there. It falls on the ground. The owl, which is Mister, pretty much you would see that because it'd be the most interesting thing happening. It lands on the ground. What you do, you pull it back, and it makes this wild spiral through the air, and comes right back up at the ship, and
It's gonna hit somebody.
So
does it? I rolled
teleport.
if you rolled a 1, I was gonna make it hit
teleport.
the owl. It comes back up and just goes into the mast. It goes like, and just sticks into the mast.
Okay, that's not where I was calling it to, but whatever.
Yeah, you see the
It
gnomes.
goes over and grabs it.
A lot of the gnomes look at it and look at you and just don't understand what was happening. They seem alarmed.
Just to let you all know, there's some magic shit going on here. Don't call your weapons back to you because they might go a little far off. Okay, everyone got that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You pull it out of the mast.
I'm going to head over to the mast and I'm going to use mending on it to repair the damage because we don't want to damage the ship.
Okay. It puts like a little slice into it. You repair it back.
So Mister looks up at the bridge and Liv is staring at the two of them with really, really sharp eyes.
I'm just going to give a shrug. I'm just going to give Liv a shrug and go, well, what can you do?
You see Mister repairing it, so you feel a little bit better.
Mister, when you were down there, did you see anything?
Just that the tower is dwarven made. I think that we should go down and do a bit of investigating. We've got time. So we should at the very least go down and lock while we're here. I mean, this is the perfect opportunity for us.
All right. How high up are we?
Above the tower, you're probably about 100 feet.
So
And the rope is hanging.
The rope's about 150 feet. So the rope is constantly like going up, moving down, but it's always like trying to maintain somewhere around it.
So I'm going to use message to Liv and just say to her that we're going to go down, and just so that she's aware that that's what we're going to be doing.
Okay.
Is my echo still up?
Your echo is having difficulty manifesting into existence. So no.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go and which side of the ship is the rope on?
Right side. No, I'm sorry. Left side. Left side.
Yep.
What's my dexterity? Good.
I'm going to climb down.
Which is the port side. Okay.
So if Mister messages Liv, she's gonna make it a little bit easier. Instead of being circling around, she's gonna try to bring the rope over the top.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a rope use check with an advantage, Mister, and for anyone else who wants to climb down. The advantage will be from Liv Mora, making it easier for you to climb down.
So it's just dexterity? Or
Especially it's not. You can just give me a dexterity check, yes.
Xander's going all arms.
21.
27.
Okay, so you guys get down with ease. You guys look like you climb ropes for a living. And you guys climb down, you kind of spiral down, and eventually land on top.
Garthard's going to jump off and then try to grab the rope on the way down.
Wow.
God.
Very
He
dangerous.
wants to get down quickly.
Okay, make a roll for that. Don't roll low.
So is that at disadvantage now? Because it's double disadvantage.
You don't get an advantage.
All right, so is that just a dexterity for that one?
Yeah.
All right, 18.
Okay. You guys are rolling really good, so you have no problems here. So you look really cool. A lot of the gnomes are like, wow. And everyone's actually looking at you already because you're a dragonborn, and they don't commonly see a dragonborn. In fact, it's extremely rare to see one of your kind. And just for general knowledge, people have a lot of different theories about what dragonborn are. Some people talked about them, the civilization is somewhere where dragonborn come from. It was the coupling of dragons in mortal form with humanoids and making dragonborn. And some people surmise that they're actually beast-born creatures, and it's in the ether. And sometimes you get someone who's dragonborn, just like someone who's, beast-born, the part of a lion or the part of a tiger or whatever. So yeah, it's definitely usual to see one. The three of you head down, Livermore. You're kind of watching off everything, and you guys land like onto the tower, and your owl is still there, chilling out, waiting for you.
Okay, I'm going to put the owl on my shoulder, and we're going to go for a little bit of a look around. I've still got the detect magic on. It lasts for up to 10 minutes, so I don't know how long it's been since I cast it.
What, last 10 minutes for you looking through the familiar?
Yeah.
You probably have a few minutes left.
Yeah, so look around and just keep it on just for the moment, just as we're walking through and just having a look around to see if there's anything which is jumping out as being highly magical, that like items, box, anything like that.
Okay, so you got on the top level of the tower, you only see what I described to you before about the dead griffins and such. And you see a stained blood on the ground. You don't see anything else of any indication of anything. There is a doorway that opens up the stairs, which you saw already when the other team went through, and you could travel down there.
Yes.
And looking down the tower, you just see like all that told you that, like, at first it's just rocks that come down, and it comes into like a nearby mountain, but far below that, maybe like hundreds of feet down, the mountain is just like the swirling mass of rocks around it. So that's your view looking all the way down. That's everything you can see from top of the tower.
Cool. So I want to head in and start working my way down.
Okay, you head down. Are you guys doing anything else? Xander, Garthard, what do you want to do?
Were the from if we had heard anything from the heroes before about the tower, when they left, were those rocks still floating around, or had those collapsed?
When they left, you're talking about from the first time?
Yeah.
No, they didn't collapse. They were always spinning.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys head down to the first level, and on this level, basically what you encounter is a room where in the center there's a lot of residue and bits left over of some sort of spell as that was being cast here, and not just one, probably very many. In this room is circular, but if you could imagine what would possibly be like the four sides of it, you see little sparks of white in the air. And anyone who's familiar with Solst and how they do their magic, it looks like a stable portal was set up and it's just closed right now. There's another hallway that apparently looks like it leads to stairs going down, and there's windows on the sides.
As Mister was trained in Solst, that's the background. Can I look at it and see how long? Can I take an estimate on how long it's been closed for? Or has it just been closed, or has it been closed for a while? Or
make an arcane check, Arcana.
20.
20. You guys have amazing rolls today.
I have +8 to my arcane, so it helps.
So you guys, you're all looking around the room, and Mister, you go from portal to portal to kind of look and see if you can learn anything, and you feel that these portals have not been opened in years.
Right.
You can't pinpoint any closer than that.
No, that's what I was kind of hoping it would be. That it's not something that's been opened recently.
Right.
So that's kind of good. Okay. So I'll pass the information on to the others as we're walking through, just to let them know what I'm finding.
Okay. Garthard and Xander, what do you want to do?
Are there any walls, are there any lights on in here other than the portals flickering?
There are torches on the wall that seem to be lit.
Oh, okay. I'll have a look at them. Are they like the ever burning kind?
You suspect magic because of where you are, and you're pretty sure that's what they are. You don't think anyone's lighting it up every day or every half hour or such.
All right. Well, take one out and use it for light.
Okay, you take one of the torches. And Xander, what are you doing?
Xander will break left as we're going through this circle, and in his left hand, he'll ignite a firebolt, but he'll just kind of hold it there and walk along with it, and he wants to see if it just continues, like it copies, like one of those pictures that you do, like the still framing. Wondering if it does that, or anything different than the spell normally would do.
Gotcha. Okay, so you start casting Firebolt to kind of see how the what happens with the effects. Okay, and you guys just still looking around the room, or does anybody take any different actions?
At the moment, just looking around. Basically, I'm looking for things. I'm basically searching for anything of interest. Being arcane trained, I feel as though he'd know what he's looking for. So I'm just generally looking. I have a passive investigation check of 22.
Okay. You're looking around. You don't find anything else, anything more. You do see. Because of your investigation, you do see spot something in the middle of the floor, and you spot something interesting right in the center where you feel like there's a humanoid's blood here. But it's not the blood of it's the blood of an elf, but it's a drow. And that's something you've seen before only because you're in Solst. I would tell you that, because in Solst they have pretty much everything gathered for all sorts of spells and different things they want to do. So that's something that sticks out to you, very odd. So you feel like a drow's blood is on the floor, as if he was hurt.
I'll pass that on to the others, because that is a little bit strange.
Okay. Xander, you're aiming, I'm going to assume, away from everybody else, and you have the firebolt out. And eventually,
since I'm on the far left side, kind of out to the left.
Right. So you light it up, and you hold it for as long as you can. Eventually, the bolt goes. When it goes, you see it travel very fast and very slow. It seems to change speeds, which you've never seen it do before. Go and then kind of far away.
All right. Interesting.
It's kind of to be expected. If it's good, there is chronomancy in here. That's to be expected. So even residual chronomancy.
It'd be interesting if we have to fight anybody in here.
Yeah. So we know magic's going to be. Yeah. Good to know.
We've heard what time has done to the heroes before. So don't want that happening to us. I'm not getting any younger. Well, maybe I could get younger. Who knows?
I could just being a few years younger. Okay, should we keep heading down and see what else we can find?
Let's go.
Yep.
Wait. If time is acting like that with the spell, then what's it doing to us?
Nothing you notice.
Let's just keep on moving.
Yeah.
Live more. Do me a favor and roll a d20.
Six.
Okay. You're looking around. You're checking out for any sorts of oddities in the sky. You don't see anything. Every once in a while, you kind of think you see something in the distance, but you also know that a storm is coming in bits and pieces. So perhaps it's just dark clouds or something else. Anything else you want to do while you're out there on guard?
Livmora?
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's just concentrating on keeping the ship in a stable orbit. But I mean, I think that she would also be keeping, sending people down in the hold and making sure that the ship is battle ready, just in case anything from below decides to come up, or anything in the sky decides to come along.
Gotcha. So you probably armed the whole crew.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
Gotta love a paranoid. A paranoid captain.
Yeah. Well, that's not a bad thing, I guess. Do you have a number of complement?
Do we know? Did we make a compliment on how many people were on it, Derek?
I believe Tony had originally said about 80 was your compliment, but then I think I think it was kind of settled around 150 for crew, for like such an automated ship that it's that small of a crew.
I thought your ship
Portions
was
of it would
small.
be pilots, because my ship is an aircraft carrier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
not all of it
mine's
is
got like
combat-ready troops.
a big airfield type flat top, right? And then it has an elevator in the back that goes down, and there's like a dwarven workshop down there where all the planes are, and then it has slides on the bottom where the planes, they slide out the bottom and are airborne.
You're saying
You can
planes,
also-
but you mean gliders, right?
Yeah, those like little glider things,
Gotcha.
the little gnomish aircraft.
Okay. How many gliders do you have on? Do you have an idea, or we want to roll for it?
You never gave us a number, so
Okay, so we're gonna roll. I'll tell you what. You can roll. Actually, we'll make it fun. 6, 12, and 24. Everyone roll D8, and we'll add it together, and that's how many gliders you have on the ship.
3.
D10. Uh-oh.
5.
So 8,
7.
15,
2.
17. So you have 17 gliders on. Okay, so 150 crew, 17 gliders, and the vast different parts of the ship that you mentioned. So you got everybody's armed, looking for danger. You don't find anything yet, and you're basically just on patrol. Rest of you guys, you are traveling. You say you're traveling down to the next level, or no?
Yes.
Okay. You go down to the next level. You start looking around, and the next level seems to be a very different vibe, because it seems to be where it's like kind of like a dining area, and there's all sorts of smaller tables and one grand table in the center of everything. And there's old food, just dried up. There's plenty of mice running around, and there's still areas of floating candles where they're actually still just floating in the air.
Garthard's gonna go and just kind of like push one. As it moves away, he's gonna push another.
The candles just move. They kind of follow your momentum.
Have a quick look around, see if there's anything of interest. If not, then I'll just keep moving on.
If
Okay.
you see any barrels of wine, let me know.
You can roll.
I
Okay, everyone roll D20 if you're searching, and if you give me
20.
Well, there you go. So as you say that, you
would be
open
a
the door.
32.
You turn a corner, Mister, and you open a door. The door falls off the hinges, and you look inside, and you find 5 huge barrels of wine, and it's all elven.
I'll let Gethard know, because that's important.
Well, with my 3, I know where my attention is going. Yeah, I'm going to go over and then check out the wine.
Okay. So you check out the wine. It's elven made. It's you believe it's from Falindor, except one is from the Drow Society of Peliandaris in the dark, which you've never seen, tasted, or anything.
He's going to come with us.
Yeah. Can I give it a quick taste?
Sure. It's only near the apocalypse, the end of the world. Have a sip of wine.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's live up, live a little.
Go for it. You taste it and roll D20 to see if you like it.
Roll hot. 19.
You love it. It's your favorite drink now forever.
Yes, it's coming with us.
I'm gonna let you guys name it, and you guys can, without me, you guys can name it and vote on it in yourselves and see what you like it.
Oh.
I'm going to let this one for Gethard. Gethard can name it.
he's
I think
actually
he's
a wine buff.
Exactly. That's why I think.
Oh, okay.
he's one.
Perfect.
What's the capital for the Drow called?
Pelion. Well,
Leondaris?
so Peliandaris is the city that renamed. That's not really their capital, though. So
Is that kind of the
Pelion-
nation?
Yeah, so the elves, the drow in this world are actually regular elves, except they stay near the tree, and the light from the tree changed their skin color. So when they came down, they kind of moved to different areas of the dark, and there's one other place we haven't seen yet. I'm going to tell you to right now. It pops up. Oh, Pelion, yeah, Pelion Prime. And the near that is the Forest Twilight, which is like the forest near Pelion. So that's it. Pelion Doris, Pelion Prime, and the Forest Twilight.
Got a good one for you. Primus wine.
I was gonna say pale tree wine,
Pale Tree Wine. Okay.
kind of
That's a
as
good one.
to honor them.
And they're damn good wine. I would go save the whole entire planet, but I got to drink this barrel first.
Everyone roll
Priorities.
D20, so you know now if you like Pale Tree Wine, just for the hell of it. Everyone else.
19.
Did I roll one
Sure.
too?
Oh, everyone else, okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Really? Okay.
Live on
Love
the
it.
ship, gets it all.
Everyone's excited about Pale Tree Wine, apparently.
Liv is-
You've got to
Liv
be
is 17.
kidding me. Guess who else got 19?
You all got 18s? That's strange.
I think we're addicted.
I got a 17, so
Live more. Not that you even know of his existence. But what'd you roll?
19.
I got a 17.
Okay, so you all, it's hands down. Everyone just loves this wine and they can't get enough of it.
Well, Liv Moore is a tiefling, right? So she's from down there anyway.
Oh yeah. So you're
So-
you're actually below the surface, underneath the dark a bit. So yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah. Okay, there you go. You found like the biggest treasure in the whole world.
Tastes like home.
Tastes like home.
Brilliant. Mark that one. When we're on our way back out, that's
Yep.
coming with us.
Yep.
I'll get it to the ship. Don't worry about that.
Okay. So you guys spend looking around. You spend a lot of time around the wine barrel, and then you remember, oh yeah, I gotta go on a quest.
So now we're going to keep heading down.
Okay, so you guys head down to the next level. The next level is very different than that one. The next level you see is basically the library. When you go down there, you see there's lots of tables up. It's a regular library, old, dusty, tons of books. There has to be literally thousands of books in here. It looks like a book made for a small civilization, but you know that it's only probably was used by a few at a time. There's many cases of books just being out and laid out and open to different pages about either a book is a history book, and it looks like they're referencing it with spell components, and they're referencing it with like a certain spell or some other random miscellaneous fact. But it seems like there'd be a couple instances of that around the room. What would you like to do?
With just a quick kind of perusing, would we be able to, like, not like going in depth, clearly we don't have much time, but just having a quick look at some of the history books, is there a period of history that the books seem to be focused on?
The other ones that are open, you're saying?
Yeah.
The creation of everything, like before before civilization and the very early years of when mortals began to be created and appear on Andaria.
Is there anything that looks incredibly important just by, because Mr. has done a lot of research over the years, in the 22 years, that was one of the things he was doing, was looking for history of the ancients and what they were doing, and that. Is there anything here which would add to his knowledge?
You would say that if you had time, you would say that you'd be able to look through it, and it looks like that he's doing some sort of comparison between different histories and what is the truth and magic that was prevalent then and now, and that's about all you could tell about the research.
Okay, so the quick look is that. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any large glass cases that seem like they have the most important material?
They're glass cases? No, you don't see any glass cases.
Nothing like adorning like one particular couple of books or volumes. They're just all the same bland.
Yeah, it's just rows
stuff.
of books going down and on two sides.
Because I take it the detect magic I cast originally is gone now. I'm going to cast it again to see if there's anything in here which just flares up as saying that's a book that I would need or want to look at in depth when I've got time. So it's literally just anything that goes magical, kind of grab it, chuck it in the backpack so we can keep moving.
Okay, so basically, here's what you're going to do. Who else, does anybody else want to grab books or is it just Mr.?
I'm gonna, once I've had that quick perusal, I'm gonna try and see if, because just from smuggling and stuff, you never have the important things out in the open, and so I'm gonna try and look for, see if the Chronomancer had a hidden office up here or something amongst the books. Just kind of start pulling on books or.
Okay, so Garthard, roll an investigation check, and Mr. What you're going to be doing is give me a d20 3 times. The higher you roll, there's no plus to this. This is just random. The more valuable the book.
17. So I rolled a 17, a 9, and a 14.
Okay, and what's the topic you're hoping to get with these grabs?
History. Looking for the history on the Queen and her, anything on the Queen and her powers, about the lion, like the ancients. Really, it's more around trying to figure out if there's anything written down about how the lion was captured or a way to break the spell. If the Chronomancer had figured anything out. That type of thing, because I know that we know the heroes are looking for stuff on that, so he'd be looking for stuff along those lines.
Okay,
trying to find something about the lion and how to free him.
So when you say you're talking about the lion, the queen, and how the lion was captured, you realize that the research is exactly about that. You can take 25 experience points.
Woohoo! So that's the type of thing that I want to spend probably, because he's got the keen mind feat. So anything he reads, he can remember for up to I think it's a month later. So literally, I'd scan through everything I can to.
Okay, you don't have enough. You won't have enough time to do that now. But if you grab a book that's basically on the ancients. It's basically on the creation of Andaria.
I'll just grab anything that I think is valuable, just chuck into a bag, and go. I can read this later.
Yeah, that's what you got. So you got a book on magic, the ancients, and a book on creation. That's what you grabbed.
Brilliant.
Garthar, would you roll on inspection, your investigation?
Well, I have a 0 to investigation, but I rolled a 20 in that 20.
Okay.
So it's just a 20 total.
Okay, so you check in the entire room looking for any sort of niche or any sort of like secret panel, and you realize in the back you do find some sort of secret movable bookshelf, and it's basically like a little hinge, or not a little hinge, a little pedal on the bottom that once you move the pedal, it allows the bookshelf to be pushed back.
Xander, Mister, over here, got something.
What's up?
Definitely go over.
Some sort of secret room, I think. I'll press the pedal.
I'm going to tell him to wait, and I'm going to check it for any traps or anything else.
Okay, Xander, what are you doing in all this time? Were you doing anything else, or are you just helping him out?
After looking for any large cases or anything, finding nothing of import, are any of these, like, many bookshelves got any kind of indication on what could be on them, like an index system? If not,
you're not familiar with the Dewey Decimal System, and you're not familiar with any systems that they may be using. But you look through the books really quick, you're just scanning, and it does seem like they're in some kind of order. You believe they're in order of magic and history, cities, any kind of arts or anything like that. So they are like somewhat together, and while some are mixed up in all different places, there are areas where most of them are together. So you probably could, like a regular bookstore, you could go through and imagine what topic, and you might find that area.
Okay.
Now,
You'd like to hit up the magic section and just like grab a couple of.
Okay, so you grab a couple books. Do you know how to? Your character is an Eldritch Knight, but do you know how to read magic of any type?
Have a couple of points in Arcana, but it's not too much, right? Am I breaking up?
No, I hear you. So
I'm
you're a fighter that went to Eldritch Knight. So the magic is kind of coming to you. Do you you contain it? Do you have a spell book or no?
We were able to still hear you.
Sorry, my internet's totally crashing. Oh, okay. Yeah, like over the years when I was working with Mistar, he was teaching me a bunch of arcane languages and stuff like that so that I could learn stuff. But there's nothing in the class that says that I know how to read magic.
Okay, so I'm going to make it a little bit harder for you. Roll d20.
So it's just RP.
You can roll 3 times. Anything 17 or above, you can keep a book. That's because you know what it is. Otherwise, you look at it and it's just past you.
Got 120. The rest is 7 and 8.
Okay, so you grab one book that looks interesting to you. Pick a school of magic real quick. 6 seconds.
It's important to him.
I'm gonna give you one at random. Unless you're
Necromancy.
Necromancy.
I think my internet's definitely going down.
Okay, no problem.
Necromancy, please and thank you. It's important to him.
Okay, you grab a necromancy book. It's the one thing that sticks out to you. It looks to be like the darkest book you can find. The book practically eats your hand when you touch it.
Made out of human skin, that kind of
Exactly.
Yes, okay, totally.
That's what you're looking for. Now, as you grab this book, you hear Gothard's voice talking about a petal and something secret he found. And Mister, you just finished grabbing your books as well. Now, you hear some sort of odd noises at this exact time that are coming from outside the tower. And it's very strange. It's very loud. We're going to go to Livmora. You are up top and keeping an eye on things. And all of a sudden you hear like screeching noises of some kind of like creature. And then you hear another. And then you realize it's many. And then you realize it's a lot more than many.
Well, that's not good. So can we tell where they're coming from, or is it just screeching coming from everywhere?
East.
East? Okay. So, east would be from
Towards the
where
main
we
continent.
are towards the main continent?
Yeah.
So, is when I look outside the ship, can I see anything, or do I just hear sounds?
Right now you just hear sounds.
Okay, so at this point, I think we're going to probably want to man the 2 guns that are on the top and have any gnomes that are battle ready on the top of the ship and prepare with rifles. We'll continue to circle at this point.
Okay, so the gnomes have their rifles out. They go onto the side platforms and they just kind of rest the rifles, get ready to fire. The guns are manned. And you hear all these things coming, and you're not seeing them yet, but it starts getting louder and louder and louder. Any other actions you want to take?
So I'll have the whatever pilots we have load into the gliders and get them ready to go to launch as soon as we see anything that could possibly harm us.
Okay, so they start everybody's pretty much manning battle stations. You guys, the 3 of you guys, you hear these noises, and you even hear the airship moving guns around because it's loud in the sky and it's only about 150 feet above, so it's echoing out. So you hear lots of sounds going on. What would you guys like to do?
No time to take for traps. Rip the door open.
Okay, so you pull the bookcase off. It throws a lot of the books onto the ground, and I imagine you step inside to the secret area. Okay,
Yep.
Step inside. Mister and Xander, do you go with him or do you go somewhere else?
No, I'm going to go over and have a look. I'll at least look in the room, see if I see anything.
Yes. Same.
You peer in, Xander peers in. Okay, Liv, you're up top. All of a sudden, you see out of the clouds coming in. You see that storm in the distance coming, but now you see what looks like small drakes or mephits start coming out and flying, and they seem to be positioned towards the tower. But as they're flying, you can tell they're almost like seeing you flying around it, and they adjust to start going to you. There are easily more than 50, and that's all you're seeing right now. And most of them are red, some are black.
Okay, so we have the shields on the thing, and we'll reposition the shields so that they're facing the direction of them, but not blocking our gunfighters. And we will we'll wait until they are in range. Do we know how far away are they?
Right now, they're about 1,000 feet off.
1,000 feet off. So I mean, is that within range of our guns?
Yeah, you can hit that range definitely with the cannons. The rifles would probably wait.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll start firing with the cannons then, and we'll let the rifles be for now.
Okay. So everyone here, you're going to act as a one of the guns on the ship, the main guns, and everyone roll a d20 for me. And anyone who rolls a 15 or above is going to get a direct shot. And for this kind of thing, obviously, normally what they would do is they would put in some kind of chain shot to kind of wrangle some of the things together. So every time someone gets a hit, you're going to be able to kill 1d4 creatures if you do hit. Okay, guys, you can make a roll.
18.
2.
Xander got a 5.
Sorry, what we're rolling a what again?
D20.
Roll
D20?
Yeah.
1d20, looking for a 15 or above to see if you get a hit.
Okay, 18.
Oh, is it 18, 2, 5, 18? Those are all 4 rolls? Or did I miss somebody's?
Yes.
That's 4 rolls, yeah.
Go 2 18s, okay. Okay, so whoever rolled 18, roll 1d4.
3.
One.
1.
Throw that one in the jail.
Okay, so your first round he kicks off. All the chain shots go. The chains like wrap around with the ball. It takes some of the drakes down. We're gonna roll over how many over? There are 57 these drakes coming in. There are now 53. You guys now below, you hear the screeching of these creatures coming in, and you could see out a window nearby, and in the distance you can see that there's easily over 50 of these small-looking dragon creatures coming in. Garthard, you look around the room, and behind this this whole bookshelf, you see that there's a small room. There's a table there. There's a big, fat book sitting on a table, and there are stairs going down.
Do you detect any magic from it?
I'll cast Detect Magic again just to bring it back up. And I'll be grabbing the book regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, you cast detect magic. The book does light up. It seems.
I'll grab that. I want that book. And I say to the others that seeing with all those creatures coming in, time short, I think we just go down this passage, see where it goes, keep it going. We know that trouble's coming, but I think this is important.
Those are
That's
drakes
worth the
out
risk.
there.
All right, which creatures? Because I hear. How do you got that off their sound? Wow, you guys are good.
No, we can see them through
let's
the
go
windows.
check this out.
We can see them through the window.
Anyways, let's go.
I think we just move. We
This
just
place had windows.
Let's run.
Xander has had a little bit too much wine.
And by the way, it's not windows with glass. It's just windows with space. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
so I want to hit. I want to grab the book. How big is the book?
it's huge. It's probably about. I'll put it about 6 inches thick, and it's.
Will it fit in a backpack?
I can easily carry it. No problem.
I can carry it, but I'm thinking if we store it somewhere, so if we have to fight, I don't want it to be damaged. Can it fit in the backpack?
You can fit it in a backpack, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna just chuck it in my backpack.
Okay, Garthard, you give it to him because you were there first.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you chuck into the backpack, and then you guys go down the steps, or
Yes.
Book it down.
next steps. Xander, are you
Well-
following? Look at
I've got detect magic on as well now, so I'll be looking for stuff on the way down.
it's okay. Take magic, I think it's just immobile when you cast it. If anything's lighting up, so if anything lights up within range of the spell, it would light up, and I would let you know. Xander, are you following them as well?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys make your way
Don't split
down.
the party now.
As you guys descend, you feel like the air grows colder and colder and colder, and you're going down, and you seem to be winding down the outskirts of the tower as if you went into the tower on the side, and like you're winding around the outer wall, just going down and down and down and down and down, all the way below. It takes you quite a bit of
Okay.
time.
Really quickly, before we get too far here, I feel like we're going around the outside of the tower, and this could take a while before we get anywhere important. We gonna head back and help there? You two. I don't mind.
So you probably go down around like 5 flights, and you realize that it's still going down, and then Xander stops you to kind of say like, okay, how far are we going to go here? So that's where you're at.
My view on it is that the airship will have to take care of it. When the airship's it's a full contingent. I mean, really, what could we do to help them? We don't know what's down here. This could be the most important find we've got. I think it's worth taking the chance and just going for it.
But let's run. Let's move.
Yeah.
I mean, the best
I'll
I
do
can
that
do is
then.
hit things with a sword or use my breath weapon, but that's about it.
Yeah, and I'm in the same sort of boat. I think that our best bet is just to keep looking. So it's just literally we'll just step it up a little. I mean, I don't want to be sprinting because we're going downstairs and it's getting colder. So I don't want to hit ice and slide because that would not be fun. But I also want to keep an eye out for things. So we'll increase our speed, but still a fast caution. If there's such a thing.
One last thing then. What's our end play here? Because we already got quite a bit of books and other stuff. Is there something you think that might be in here as we're jogging along, of course?
Yeah, there's a movie. I don't know. That's the thing. There could be some. I mean, this could lead us down to a lab. It's the most logical place for that it would be. And if we find the necromancer's lab, who knows what we're going to find when we get there? It could be the key to everything. Could be down here. So I just think we just keep moving, see what we can find. Take the chance.
Let's do it then. Keep on running.
Mm-hmm. We already found a rare book. We might find something rare and definitely colder.
Okay, up top, Liv, you are firing at these things. Everyone can roll d20. Again, he's firing back.
16.
That's a hit.
3.
Got a 10.
18.
6, 3,
For
10,
2 hits.
and what was the last one?
18.
And another 18. Okay, 2 hits. If you roll the hit, roll a d4.
I rolled a 4.
2.
6 off, down to 47 of these creatures. And you're going to do one more round of that, and then the creatures get into range when they're attacking. Go ahead, guys. One more round.
Okay. Man, this is like just reminds me of with my airship is I could hit stuff, but I couldn't kill any of it.
11.
Seven's a miss.
19.
6.
15.
So 2 hits again.
2 hits. So if you hit, roll a d4.
Do
3.
4.
Great.
2.
Okay, down to 42 of the drakes. So you guys basically open volley, start coming in. Eventually, they get into range, and you see them open up, and they just lay on down fire. You see the fire get close enough, hits the shield, and wraps around the shield of the airship. Now, the shield is created, don't forget, by a wizard that's on the ship. So you have a gnomish wizard that's doing everything, and you have one wizard that's basically sitting in a spot in a chair in the center of the ship, concentrating and using his magic points to keep the field alive. So this damage is being dealt to the shield, and You can see like you would imagine in a video game. You can see it go from basically go purple to blue all the way down eventually to like a red, and then it would disappear. So the fire is just like beating on it from anything that are coming in, and you see it basically goes down. I'm gonna roll damage right now, but it's going down from purple towards blue, and here we go. So we're gonna do this times 5. So yeah, it goes down basically towards almost a true blue, and the shield is currently holding. Captain, what do you want to do?
So when she sees the fire hits the shield, she's going to take evasive maneuvers through the floating rocks and see if she can get them to not be breathing fire directly on the shield.
Okay, so you drop the engineers in the engine room. They drop they add the emeralds to the blue crystals. The ship just starts dropping rapidly, almost like a free fall, and then they bring it back in. So basically, it picks back up and then starts going amongst the rocks. Are you flying with them or against them? Because the rocks are in a flow around.
We're gonna fly with them at this point.
Okay, so you bring it down. You do escape the fire for the first 2 rounds. I'm going to roll to see what percentage actually follow you. And it's high, 63. So we'll just say 60%. So a little bit more than half. So we're going to say 25 pursue. And the rest of them, which is 35, which is 17. So you see, again, you can't count exactly the numbers. Your characters don't know the exact numbers. But 25 follow you guys, and 17 go towards the tower and start buzzing the tower with fire on all different levels. When you guys are going down, when you leave the room, you see the library get bashed and hit with this fire coming in. You have no idea whether books are on fire. Valuable books.
At least it's going to get warmer.
Yes. If temperature is your main concern, you're doing great.
At least we saved some books.
Come, ladies and gentlemen, get your tower with new in-floor heating.
Right.
Yeah. So at least we managed to save some of the books. Not many, but some's better than none.
Livmore, you are sailing amongst the rocks. Are you just trying to like keep the drakes out of pursuit? What's your plan?
So we're going to fly among the rocks here, and her first line of defense is obviously not hit the rocks at all possible, and then with the main guns, which are still there, she's going to take pot shots at things behind her and see if she can either hit drakes or hit the rocks and cause them to become erratic behind her inside the drakes.
Okay, everyone roll for a pot shot with the guns.
15.
18.
7.
Pot shot.
15-7. What are the other ones?
You got a 7.
18 on mine.
And what's the fourth one? I think I missed one. 15, 7, 8.
17? 17?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
7?
Okay. So roll your shots.
7?
So that's a D4 for each one.
D4. 1. I don't have a dice jail, though.
3.
1, 3.
3.
1, 3, and 3. Okay, so you guys take 7 of them out. That brings it down to 18 that are in pursuit. The drakes are firing into the shields again. We're going to see... Is that the right die? No. Okay, the shield starts going down a bit. You'd say it's still above half. It's still holding up pretty well. I didn't roll too high. So you guys are just in pursuit and trying to get to the rocks. Now you're gonna have to roll for the captaining the piloting rather. So Livmore, give me 3 rolls for piloting, and I imagine the pilot that's doing it should be good at his job, so we'll give him a +4 modifier. To get into the stream coming down, we're gonna roll that to get into it. It's going to be a 20 of a check. And then to go through this, we're gonna make it 22 and 25 So beat a 20, 22, and 25 on a pilot check.
So what's the pilot check running? What
Yep.
stat am I running?
You're just rolling it for this is for your pilot, so not you. So you just give him a +4.
Okay, so I'm rolling a d20 and adding 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you can give him more than that. Give him because you have his own other bonuses and feats and such. So give him a +7 total, and tell me what you got.
+7.
Yeah.
So 13, 20.
Okay, so he pulls in, barely misses the rocks, sailing through. You're looking for 22 for the next one. Go ahead.
Two.
2. Okay, so you bash into some of the rocks. I'm just going to deal damage.
So that's 7, 8, 9 altogether with this plus.
And you're looking for a 25 now for your last roll.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So he sails around the rocks perfectly. You don't take any damage from that. 30, 48, 53, 60, 63 damage has been taken to the shields already. But you guys are making your way through. And now we're going to head back to the other group. You guys are twisting down the stairs. There are no windows here on these stairs. It seems to be hidden. So you're going down, and as you go down, it's getting colder and colder. Even though the top is nice and warm and toasty, the bottom's just getting worse and worse. Thankfully, you have a torch because there are no torches on the stairs going down. You guys travel for about 2 minutes running down steps, all the way down. Finally, you hit a room, and this room is no bigger than like a 10 by 10 room. And you see there's this huge door. This door is sturdy. It is made of wood, and you see there's like iron going across, and there's a gnomish device in the center of it to bar anyone from getting in. That's all the information you have right now. What would you like to do? You can role play.
I want to investigate it.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
up and
Will you check?
Just investigation, is it?
Yes.
So
he's
that-
investigating. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm looking at so my roll was an 11 plus 12 is 23.
Okay, so you investigate the door. You believe the door is magically enchanted. You know that because you don't see any kind of markings of weathering on it. There's something magical protecting the door, and there's a gnomish device there. There's no normal lock to pick here. It's just the device and some sort of enchantment.
I'll ask him, is the device mechanical? Does it look like it can be fiddled with?
The device does.
Do you mind if I give it a try?
I'd say, can we have a look at the actual device now and really look and see if I can figure out how it works? So I'll call Gathard over, and we'll, as a team, we'll work together and go, let's see if we can figure out how this thing works.
So the gnomish device is
Xander casts help.
so the gnomish devices you've seen. They basically, if you fail, they get harder. This one you have to succeed. Well, actually, who would be familiar the most? Who believes that their character would be familiar with a gnomish device?
I had a complicated gnomish airship, maybe.
Okay, so you probably would have seen them. You don't have any knowledge of opening them, but so we'll say that you know enough about this device. This is a very high level one, not something a wizard would have installed. Somebody else, he had to get somebody to come in and install this. This device has to be successfully opened 3 times for it actually to open. And how it works is it's going to start at a 15, then it's going to go up by 3 every single time. Every time you fail, it goes up 3. The DC goes up 3 higher every time.
Is it sleight of hand for this?
It's not a pick lock.
Is it investigation?
It's intelligence, basically.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've got a plus 12 to investigation. So with your help,
You need somebody who knows how to work a gnomish device. Otherwise,
so
like a Rubik's Cube picture, and you just don't know what to do.
I can add nimbleness of fingers for using the device if somehow sleight of hand came in, but other than that, I don't have the knowledge I don't have the intelligence, but I can add whatever I can try to add to assisting through a deft
Looks like
touch.
it looks like in the party you have somebody you said with fast fingers, and you have somebody who's intelligent, has magical knowledge, and a bunch of you have a bit of that. You don't have anyone who's knowledgeable of gnomish devices. You need to get somebody who can do it.
Okay.
We need Vault.
So, should we head back to the ship then?
We could use Liv.
Because all
I think
of our gnomish companions are up there.
I think we need to get Vault. Vault would be the best one for this. I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for Vault or Archie. So we've got to let them
Really
know.
quickly,
Well,
is there any windows that we came by
No,
when
Not on the way down.
no windows
So-
from that room up
there,
top with the book
only
down.
up by the office?
No windows from there down.
so with the knowledge of gnomish devices that I
Because
had that you said I've seen
Go ahead.
before, but I wouldn't know how this works.
You can try you can try to do it. If you guys want to try to do it, you're going to do it with a disadvantage, which is going to be really hard. But you can try it. You can attempt it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I've got 0 to intelligence, so
Plus
So,
three.
I mean, Mister has a high intelligence.
yeah.
So if
I've
you're
got the high intelligence and I've got the high investigation because it's one of my specialty skills.
I can try and give pointers, but my knowledge overall is not going to be fantastic for it.
We should get a gnome. You two
We need a
look
gnome.
like you're trying to figure this out on your own.
Do we look like
I
we have
think we need to
time
know.
for a gnome?
No, we probably don't. Honestly, I don't know if we're going to actually have time to do this. So I have to roll with disadvantage, correct? So whatever my lowest roll would be. So what rolls would I need to get? I have to get a 15, an
Would-
18, and
would
then
my
a
intermittent-
21.
correct.
Would my intermittent knowledge be enough to like maybe add a little bit, or probably not?
I'll allow you to add a competence bonus of +1.
Could if I got him to think about everything he knows about gnomish devices and use detect thoughts on him, could I then use that knowledge?
The
So
tech
kind
kind
of-
like that. You can't like learn how to do something from like,
No.
like surface thoughts and such.
No, I was
I
kind
know
of
how to
hoping that
crash
he'd-
them.
Yeah, I know that. Question is, do we take a chance and give it a go,
Yes.
or do we try and get someone else? That's the question.
So is it just straight intelligence that he's using, or is he doing an investigation?
He's doing a blind intelligence. Like, okay, I think I can figure this out.
Because
Never knowing nothing about it. So that's how.
So it's a blind intelligence check, no investigation.
so +6. Your intelligence is what, +5?
+4.
+4, so +5, and it's a 15 and +3 for every.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Every time
really
you
hard.
fail, also you're gonna get a -3.
Yeah.
And he has disadvantage whenever he rolls since he doesn't know how to use a device.
Well,
How about this? You give it a try. If it doesn't work out or it starts getting too hard, we head back to the ship.
Okay. Well, I'll give it. I'll give one round a go and see how we go. God. Let's give it a go. So let's roll with disadvantage.
you got this, man. You can do it.
Okay, I rolled a 15 and a 14. So
Okay.
that's plus. So the first round's passed. So the next one I need to get an 18. I need to get a total of 18, isn't it?
You need to get it.
Two.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
18 or 7.
What's your plus every roll you're rolling? Is it plus?
I get +4 because I've gone using the intelligence. Is just that.
You got +1 from Garthard.
So there'll be +5 in total.
So +5. So
I'm gonna-
you gotta roll. You gotta roll two. Odds are very much against you. You have to roll 2 13s. You go for it.
Gosh. Okay, I got 13, and I got a 14.
Okay.
Oh god,
Yeah.
what are the odds? Oh gosh. Okay, so
No one has guidance or any spells like that.
Didn't he just get it?
Nah.
I mean,
no, I've got one
That
more
ain't
round to
me.
go.
Got two of them. Gotta do one more.
One more.
So now you're 21. So you what was it again? A +5.
+5.
Plus 5. So you have to get two 16s.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Oh, wait, hold up. You have to roll this with the camera on it, please.
Yeah.
Important not to.
Let's see if I can get it. Do I? Now this is where I'm going to stop for a minute and go. This is getting really hard. Do we stop here and see if we get someone else, or do we take a chance?
Does it look like the
Cool.
machine is resetting?
You have a feeling that after a time it would reset. You don't know how long it is.
Go
Do I just go for it?
Go for it.
Because with disadvantage, that's the problem.
I don't care how hard it is. You got this far. Get it fucking done.
Gosh. Okay. So, no, I rolled a 10.
Oh.
Doesn't matter what I roll next. It would be yes, it does, because it could be lower. I got a 12. So I got 10 and a 12. No,
Okay,
failed that
so
one.
you see the device moving away that makes it more complex. So
Do I know that I have one more?
you could try again, but now
So with that there, would it be the last one? So if I got it,
maybe
it would be.
You need a 24. You need to roll two 19s.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna
To
happen.
achieve.
If I didn't have the disadvantage, if I had the investigation on it, then yeah, I'd probably give it a go because it's the +12. But yeah, no, I think it's not. This is gonna get too hard. I'm not gonna get that. It's too many. It's too
No.
high. I had one shot really.
Well, let's head back up then.
Is there anything else in this area? So it's just this. There's this door, but is there anything else?
Nothing else in this area, just a door. Correct.
Okay.
What was the magic that you detected on the door?
Yeah, because we had the detect magic on.
Yeah, what kind of magic was that?
You all you get from it, because it's hard to tell the chronomancy, is that there's some sort of like augmentation.
Would the spell I've just realised this. Would the spell knock have any effect on it?
I can't tell you the results. You have to try it. I'm going to hold you guys off though for a second. Let's
Yeah.
go back to Livermore. Livermore, you're dodging through the rocks, trying to get away from these drakes. They're firing upon you. Are there any other commands are you going to give, or are you guys just trying to weave in and out of the rocks?
Are the drakes having trouble going through the rocks at all?
They are having a bit of trouble. When they go, I'm going to actually take it down a little bit because they can't do as much damage because they can't get to you enough.
So if she continues to go through there, are we gonna roll 3 more dodge checks? Is that what happens?
No, just one.
Okay,
Just
so
one.
she's gonna continue to weave through and continue to fire with the cannons.
Okay, so give me the piloting check with the +7. You can just give me a 17 from here.
11 plus 7, so 18.
Okay, so you're dodging the rocks pretty adeptly. You're guiding the pilot as much as you can, and you guys are firing back. Everyone take a shot, 15 or above.
20.
Natural
18.
20.
13.
18.
11.
13, 11. So you have 1 hit to natural 20. Oh, sorry, 2 hits. The 18
One's
and
a
the 20.
natural.
The 20 D4 times 2.
3, so 6.
Okay, and what's the other one?
1.
So 7, down to 11 drakes following you. The drakes are attacking. I'm only going to let a third of them attack, which is proving the strategy that you just did. So we're going to take it down to a D4 times 4, 8, 12. Actually, roll max damage. So 4, 8, 12. You guys have taken 75 damage even. The shield is still holding pretty well. You definitely have mitigated a lot of damage, and you've taken out a lot of drakes. So your strategy is working. What do you want to do next? Continue the same thing, or?
There are 11 of them, so we should probably continue for now.
Okay, so give me
another round.
Give me your piloting check.
18 plus 7,
Yeah,
so it's way.
You got it. So pilot's holding you down. Everyone take your shots.
18. Oh, no, I would have made it.
3.
Say again.
12.
3 on mine.
3, 12,
10.
and 10. Okay, so 18 just rolled a d4.
2.
2.
I'm down to 9.
9 guys. You're doing well. You can continue or change.
Yeah, continue.
Okay, go for it. Roll again.
Well, these times I'm going to run into a rock. That's going to be bad.
You don't want that.
Oh, 7, 8, 9, 10. So
Okay, so
hit
you're
a rock there.
going to take damage. Not much. I rolled a 1. So is there times by 3? Take 3 damage. It just like skirts the shield. Doesn't do much. Everyone take your. Sorry, I have to roll for the Drake. The Drakes do only 6 damage. You have 150 points, just so you know, originally on the shield. You've lost 84 so far. So you're still holding. Everyone take your shots.
I rolled a 13.
Captain, the shields are holding.
16.
7.
So only 1 this time?
Crit 20? Crit 20.
Nice.
Crit 20. There you go. So roll D4 times 2, and the 16 roll D4.
3.
5 altogether.
8. There is 1 Drake left, and it is following.
So and how many drakes were left on up at the tower?
17 attack the tower. We're gonna have to go back and now play that out.
Okay. So at this turn, she's going to start pulling out of the stream and heading back towards the ones that are attacking the tower.
I mean, piloting check. 15 to
she'll-
pull out.
Okay. And she's going to once she gets out, she's going to launch the fighters, the gliders.
No.
1.
Oh no! You go to pull out of the thing, and by accident to come up, a rock huge comes in and boom, smashes through the shield. We're gonna see how bad it is. I'm gonna do 22, 16, 10, 20, 30, 6, 12, 18, 48 damage. 2, 9, 130. The shield is still up, so it hits the shield. The shield's down to like red, and the ship gets thrown off course. It doesn't really. Well, you know what? We'll roll another piloting check to correct. I'm gonna make this one a 17. If you fail, you get hit by something else.
13 plus 7, so you're
Okay.
good.
So the whole ship just goes out of whack, and then they dart the ship to the side and then pull out, and you're making your way. The Drake fires from behind. They can't do much. It literally does 1 damage. 133. You have 17 points left on the shield. You guys won't take a fire. As long as somebody gets a hit, you take the Drake out before you even launch the gliders.
16.
There you go. So
19,
takes out the last Drake, and you run the Drake through the floating rock gauntlet, and you taking him out. Take 50 experience points for your strategy, Livermore. Good job.
Nice.
The 17 Drakes, on the other hand, as we go back in time, attack the tower. We don't know what's happening there, so you guys hear the creatures around, and are you guys going to investigate more? Are you making your way up, or do you want another idea?
I'm going to suggest to them that I do have the spell Knock, which I could try on the lock and see if it works.
Give it a try before I try my idea.
So I will cast Knock. Give it a go. You know,
Put your hand to the door, try to cast Knock, and you see a light, your hand light up, and you see the door kind of shimmer, and you're pretty sure it did not work.
all right, back up. It was worth a try.
Now
So-
back up really quick.
So I do have 2 ideas, potential ideas. One was, what was the proof on that wine that we tasted?
I'd say it's pretty strong.
Okay, so I'm gonna try.
Is that really happening?
No, no. My question is, if it's a high enough proof, I'm gonna use it as a bomb. So my other suggestion is,
What is the proof that is needed to make a bomb in real life?
I'm not Sure. I know that, like, pressure.
Here, looking it up.
But my other idea, though, and this is the one that actually I'm more worried about. When I tried to manifest my echo before, and you said it just kept appearing and disappearing in multiple places.
Yes.
So normally it's anywhere you see within 15 feet.
Right.
I am going to try to manifest. I'm going to try to get close to the door and manifest it. And I'm hoping as I watch the echoes appear and disappear, I'm hoping that potentially some timey-wimey stuff will happen. And one of them could appear behind the door and I could do my echo teleport to it.
Okay. Roll an intelligence check.
Oh, God.
He's got a night crawler. This.
5. Okay, so what you feel like is a good idea, you try to go across. Roll a Constitution save.
Come on, dice. That's a +1. 16.
Okay, so you teleport. You're trying to teleport right, and you're trying to, like, make it work and manifest it in, like you said before. You misfire. You hit the wall, and you almost teleport into the wall partially. You take 6 damage.
Oof. Okay.
Not bad for almost teleporting to a wall.
Yeah, definitely not bad.
If
All right.
For sure, you were going to end up inside of a chair.
If you would have failed that Constitution roll, you would have not escaped the wall, and you would have been partially in there to some degree, depending on what I rolled. I rolled a 6. I would have put you almost completely in the wall with your head out.
Yeah. Yeah. At least it didn't kill me, so.
But I'll tell you
Third
this:
time's a charm.
you're pretty sure that you saw inside of the room enough to realize that there is a room there, and without knowing what's inside, it could work. But you now have seen the penalty for failure.
Xander, do you want to go get that wine cask? I can give this one more try.
How far, before he does that, how far down have we come? So what I'm thinking is using message to Vault and seeing if he's can hear me.
You sent a message to Volt. You don't believe it got through.
Don't think that's right. Because I'm going to say to them that I think our best bet here is if we can get Volt or Archie or even Thistle, they can get through this lock. It's up to you, Gathard, if you want to try do your teleportation thing again. But I still think it's worthwhile to say to them, hey, it's down here. And this could be the key.
So you think I should hold off then?
It's your call. If you want to take a chance and try it again, you might get lucky. And if you do get lucky, you could probably open the door from the other side anyway. So it's
I've died before. I can die again.
Twice.
What are you, a golden
honestly,
god
mate,
or something?
Let's give it a shot. Let's give it
I'm
a
going to
shot.
sit there and say to him, it's your call.
So that is a 14 on intelligence.
14 on intelligence. Okay, so you make it. Good news is you make it onto the other side, you believe. Bad news is because you just failed it a little bit. You're going to be on that side, but you're going to have to roll a Constitution save, and then it's going to come down to the damage.
Natural 20.
Okay, so you literally bounce into the wall, feel the wall grabbing you, which is a horror of a feeling, and then you're inside.
Oh God, that's gross. Oh, no.
Now the two of you are outside, and you hear something at the same time. Like he's gone, and you're like, oh my God, did he make it? At the
I'm
same
going to message him.
you hear something coming down the steps, large and frantic, and it
Okay.
just making its way down, and in no time you realize that there is some large creature making its way down the step towards you.
I move 20 feet in front of Mistar.
I'm going to cast invisibility on both of us.
Okay. Regular
I'm going
invisibility,
to.
right?
Was it, sorry?
Regular invisibility or greater?
Yeah, it's regular invisibility.
Okay, so both of you disappear.
At least it gives us. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to try to
Xander
open a door.
prepares. If this thing charges in and like has any way of touching us and knowing that we're here, he's going to stab the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're waiting for this creature to come down, and all of a sudden you see it's a red drake making through it. And it's really like crawling through it, and then it doesn't see you guys, and you can tell it's going to run right into you. What do you want to do?
Sweet. I'll run right into it. Try and jump on top of like its back as it's crawling in and stab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'll go in.
Pretty much all I got right now.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I'll do attack with the two daggers. But can I also do the sneak attack?
You need me to do.
You can take an attack on it.
Do you need me to do an athletics to try and get on top of it while it's charging into us?
If you're trying to like land on it, like actually be on top. Is that your goal?
Because like if it's crawling through, it's probably gonna have a lower posture. I'm thinking, unless it's like really just taking up the whole space and we're just attacking a meat wall, really.
It's taking up probably most of the space in the hallway. It would be a very tricky jump. I mean, if you're adept, you possibly could do it. It's up to you to try or not.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're trying to try athletics jump. Give me a 12.
14.
Okay, so you time it right. You jump. You wait. You jump on top. You have a blade out, and you just wrangle the thing on top. It has no idea what's happening. You turn visible, and Mister, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a sneak attack. I'll just go in with my with two daggers, and just do what I can.
Okay.
Go basically go down its side. So step out of it as it comes in, step out to the side, and then just basically slam two daggers into it and do as much damage as I can.
Okay. Give me an attack. You could attack.
19.
You attack with advantage.
I got 19, and I'm using two daggers. And sorry, so 19 plus 10 for the first attack. But I don't get for the second offhand one. You don't get the bonus, do you? You don't get your +2 hit.
Correct.
Okay, so first one would be a 29, and the second attack was a 14. And then there's the. Do I get the sneak attack on that as well?
You can add sneak attack damage, yes, and you get the hit, so you can deal damage.
Okay, so I get one. Okay, I'll just read this out. 4. So sneak attack was 17, and I got a 4 plus 2. So with the +2 dagger is 6 damage with the +2 dagger.
6 damage. So 17.
Plus 6, 12. So 12. So I got 17 and 12.
Okay. 29 damage. So you come out, you turn visible when you strike the daggers into like a vital spot. The thing screams. It's contending with your daggers now, and also with Xander on top of it. Xander, I'm gonna let you do an attack right now if you want to, and then this creature, both of you, is going to take his turn. I gave you the first round attack as a surprise.
Does 16 hit? I'm assuming I'm not at advantage.
16 misses, unfortunately. You're just running around like you can't, like you're almost like you're on the back of a bull. You don't have much control. You take the sword, just trying to swing at it, and unfortunately, you just scrape off its body. You don't really get any hits down. The creature reaches out, can't get to you. It reels back to try to hit you, and then sees Mister and is going to attack Mister. Natural 20. Sorry about that. Damage is a D20 plus 1, so we're going to do that. So you take 9 damage from that times 2. Plus
So 18.
So 9, 11, 16, doubled, 32 damage.
Ow.
It bites into you, and it doesn't feel good.
No, it definitely doesn't. So I'll attack back. Do I still get another sneak attack on that one, or is that gone now? No, just normal attack.
Yeah, I mean, if Xandar does different tactics, then I would give you a sneak attack. I'll wait till he actually has a strike on him.
Okay. So my roll will be. Okay, so I got 12 plus 10, so 22 with 1, and the other is and 19 for the other roll. So I got a 22 and a 19.
How many are you doing? Trying?
Because I've got 2 daggers. So I've got one. Yeah, 2 daggers.
So both of them are hits. Xana, do you have a question?
Oh, I was just wondering what the turn order was, but I think I got it.
In the middle, yeah.
Okay. So 8.
You do your damage. Garthard, you're on the other side. You are your first thought is you hear the creature, and you're staring at the door that you were just trying to get to on the other side of, and you find yourself enamored with that because you're hearing this creature on the other side, and you just left that area, and you're like, oh my god, what is happening? And you hear the creature coming down. You hear all the fighting, and then you realize that the whole room behind you is lit white. And then you finally, as you're role playing it right now, you turn around to look, and in this room, you see rotating in this like large. You must be somewhere underneath the tower. You don't know how far. It can't be that far underneath. But you're in a large room, and in the air, floating, is a lot of diamonds. And in the very center is this very big diamond that's probably about 8 feet. And it's just like rotating in the center. And you realize that maybe you found some kind of source of the chronomancy power of everything that's being used inside the magic of the tower and such, and what he's been collecting over many years. So it's this large crystal with a lot of small ones. Before you make any action, I'm going to warn you that everything you do has a consequence. That's all I'm going to say to you.
Lock the door.
I'll let you. I'm going to give you the benefit.
Do not lick it.
I'm going to give you the benefit of time, and I'm going to move on for a second.
It's a timey-wimey space that you're currently in.
Yeah. Liv Mora, now you're a little bit ahead of them right now, but what do you do with the ship? Do you return to the tower or something else?
So can we see how many of the drakes are still attacking the tower? And
so you make your way back to the tower, and you see as you're circling around it again, you see that there's definitely some that got inside. They kind of like broke through and made some windows larger by breaking through, and some of them are on top, just like yelling and screaming and shooting fire, almost like they've won and they're on top of the tower. So some seem to be claiming the tower, some are inside of it.
Like you said, there were like 15 of them, right? Somewhere around 15.
17, yeah.
17. So I mean, with a few of them had gone inside, we're probably looking at like 9, 10 of them.
We can do a roll D20, and that is how many are outside. Well, if you roll above, just roll again.
5.
Okay, so that's probably not accurate. So we'll flip that. So we'll say 12 are outside, and I think 5 got inside.
Okay, so how much shields does it look like it has now? We're pretty low.
You are standing at a amazing 12 magic points of shield.
Okay, so I mean, can we? And I have 17 gliders, correct?
Yes, they're
so
all ready.
We're gonna launch the gliders,
okay.
And we're gonna take a shot at them first, and then we're gonna let the gliders engage them, and then any of the drakes that aren't currently fighting gliders, we're gonna shoot at them while they're preoccupied attacking the gliders.
So the gliders usually have a couple things that they're dropping, almost like little small like bombs like that. using red rock and such. Do you want me to use that? Or do you want me to use guns? What would you order?
So I would definitely have them do to drop the bombs, and then after that, focus on evading them and just keeping them busy while we shoot at them with the cannons.
Okay, so they start coming in. Everyone make a roll.
F that library up.
That library's done.
We're bombing the top of the tower. Just burn the whole thing.
Everyone roll a d20 for bomb attacks from the gliders. The gliders come out and go right into battle.
19.
What's the rolls?
No, I got 19.
Can I borrow anyone's? Can I borrow somebody's dice jail? Because my Beyond 20 is rolling crit fails like no other.
A dice for you.
So I rolled a 2, so mine
19,
didn't hit.
2. What are the other ones? I didn't get the other ones.
1.
13.
One over here.
13. Okay, so they could go out. They create drakes, meet them in the sky. Some of them start fighting immediately when they see the hand gliders, and they take it, as like another creature. They don't know what they're looking at. You can tell they're just attacking at it. One guy goes to attack. The drake comes in, surprises him from the side. He launches the bomb, and critical one. Where do you think it goes?
Into the library.
Nope, to the ship. So it's a critical hit on the ship. We're gonna do the damage. I'm gonna give the bombs 3d6
What do you
damage.
need to roll? Oh,
So that guy's losing his pilot's license.
He's
that guy's
probably
dead,
dead.
man.
So 22
Yes.
damage. 10 damage goes to the hull. You have a large ship. I'm gonna give you I'll give you 125 in the hull, which is a lot. So you've taken 10 damage. The hull has a little bit small crack on it. You're down to 115 on hull points. Okay. So the other attacks you had that were positive was a 19. What did I write that? Oh, 19.
Yeah, 19.
13. So 2 is just a miss. 2 rocks the tower below. 13 just like hits out in the air. It doesn't do damage. 19 hits a bunch of them. And give me a D4 attack live more for the 19.
Okay,
Two.
so but the
Oh, yeah.
19 was Richard, right?
Yep.
Mine was the 2.
Oh, okay. Whoever rolls 19 can roll it.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. A 2 for the damage.
Okay. So that takes 2 out of the 12. There are 10 left in the area.
And then we have the ship firing as well, correct?
Yes. You can. Well, if you fire, you may fire at your own men. So I'm going to say if you roll a 5 or below, you'll hit your own guys. That doesn't mean that you can't fire.
Okay, firing. We're going to take these dragons out.
Okay,
We
go
can't
for
let
it.
them get to the crew.
Everybody make a roll. D20. 1 through 5.
I got a natural 20.
Oh, there you go. Good start.
10.
19?
6.
17.
Oh, good. So
20.
3 hits and nobody killed our own guy.
Okay. Cool. Roll your D4s.
So I have a 6 altogether.
3.
How'd you get a 6? D4?
I rolled a natural 20 and I
Oh,
rolled
sorry.
a 3.
Sorry.
So-
6. And what was the other ones?
3.
Mistar's just muted. He's talking to somebody. I got nothing because I didn't
Okay.
hit anything.
So 6-3, and when Mr. did that, takes it down from 10. Well, Mr. got 1. He got it, so he has to get a 1. So that you guys fire. You luckily miss all the other guys. You have that one mishaps with the red rock goes into the ship and it damages the ship. You take out all of the drakes that are in that area, and you know that some got inside. But at least for now, whatever this is, whatever's happening right now, seems to be a better situation than what it was.
Yeah, we had that one hit that hit the tower too, right? The 2 that.
Yeah, one
bomb
rocks
hit
the,
the
one
tower.
rocks the tower. The tower is still there, but yeah, it does a lot of damage to it.
Arthur, the new window. No, I don't.
Hopefully, it doesn't collapse that tower, the passageway. So she's just gonna at this point she's gonna call back the fighters, and she's going to circle around the outside of the tower with the guns trained on the tower. So if any of those drakes come back out, she's gonna light them up.
Gotcha. Okay, Xander, you can take your action for fighting the Drake, and then after one round, we're gonna go to Garthard. Let's have plenty of time to think about this delicate situation he's in.
Xander's going to let go of his grapple, slide onto the opposite side from where Mister is, and take an attack.
There you go.
27.
Good job. You
Dirty.
You got advantage now.
So that'll be 9 slashing, and then oh my goodness, get my green blade going as I burn down the side of the dragon. Spells, magic. Okay, roll. Another 18. No, 11 fire damage because there's no damage jumping over to another one. Then
give me a summary of damage you just hit, because I can't tell if you're doubling or if it's new. So 18 is
so
what?
It was 8 and then 11. 11 fire damage. So if it's resistant, it can cut down on that. So that's from the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then multi-attack, the 13, I'm assuming will miss.
13 misses, yes.
2 extra. Yeah, just the 2 attacks. And that should be it.
Okay, the creature's going to go second. Go ahead.
And he ends his turn there.
Okay. The creature's going to go second, and then Mr.
He'll end his turn there. Okay,
Mr. will go right after. The creature turns, has both of you now in a way to strike. 1, 2, 3, he attacks Xander. 4, 5, 6, Mr. He attacks Mr. Reaches around again. He strikes
Sentinel
with a +7, 19.
No, it's a hit.
Okay, so 20 plus 1 plus the 5. You take 14 damage.
Cool.
Okay, and Mr. You're up.
Right. Before I did 17 damage. Do I get the because of what Xander did? Do I get the sneak attack as well?
You actually get sneak attack damage now because you have an advantage.
Oh, right. Okay. So I did 14 damage with the sneak attack. So I did 17 originally, and then I did 14 sneak attack.
So 17 plus the 14. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. You mean you guys have you've heard him? He seems pretty strong. He's still going up. We're gonna head over to Garthard right now. Garthard, you're standing in a room full of a bunch of crystals right now, some floating and small, and a giant one that apparently was assembled and somehow fused or whatever it was done that's rotating in the middle. And the rotation reminds you of the exact rotation that is outside of the mountain where the rocks are.
So we've known through the party dealing with chronomancy that the power of diamonds is extremely useful to them.
Yes.
And we've also known that... Do we know the effects of something like lightning on them?
No.
Oh, God.
We do know that the party is in here for chronomancy, though, right?
Yes, we know the party's in here for chronomancy. And so I rolled a dice for making a decision.
Okay.
It was 11 to 10 was open that door and lightning and attack the dragon. I rolled a 3. I'm going to try and see if I can overcharge this diamond and expand the powers of chronomancy here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you want? You're going to cast lightning?
No. I'm going to go up. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to re-bring up my echo in here, and then I'm going to lightning breath at the diamond.
Where are you trying to echo yourself to?
I'm not trying to echo myself anywhere. I'm just trying to have the effects of the chronomancy that caused this echo to be effective, to affect this, be in this room and like just be active here.
You're trying to create like an anomaly? Is that what you're trying to do?
Kind of, yeah. I'm just trying to see if I can boost the chronomancy's power.
Okay, so you're using a dragon breath of lightning. Well, how much damage does your lightning do?
It's not much. It's only 3d6 nowadays.
Okay. Okay, roll 3d6. And hold on tight.
Holding onto the chair.
4 damage?
Four damage.
You see the giant diamond, and you cast lightning into the diamond. And when you see it, you see almost like a white field go warped outside of the diamond, as if the diamond in some way has like an aura that extends out in like a bubble, and it goes and like warps around. Everything goes white. You can see nothing. And I'm gonna come back to you, Xander. You're fighting. You guys see like a flash of bright white light somewhere. You have no idea what's going on. But this creature is still fighting you right now. Nothing seems to have happened. You just accept this white light. So Xander, you can make your attack.
Long sword, stab it again with a 20, dirty.
30? You say
20? It's a
Okay.
dirty 20, so it's not a critical.
okay. You got to hit. So you got to hit.
So I'm assuming that'll hit. So that's 11. That we'll activate some green flame blade and let this baby burn for a total of 12 fire damage.
Gotcha.
And then I will take another attack at it with a natural 1.
Roll
10
D20.
altogether, but it was a natural 1.
So what I like to do sometimes is roll d20 off the 1. The lower your roll, the worse the 1 is. The higher your roll, the more innocent the 1 is.
Got a 10.
Right in the middle. So you drop your sword. Your sword is flying off the drake and ricochets into the wall and laying on the ground. The drake turns around. He's going to attack one of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, Mister. It is you again. He rolls a 6. Here it comes. He attacks. He rolls not very high though. It's an 11. I think it's a miss.
Yeah, 7. I'm class 17.
Okay. So the drake tries to hit you and misses, and Mister, you go.
Right. I rolled a 22.
22
And
hit.
yep. And the other one I rolled was a 19.
Hit also.
Oh, great. So damage is 9 and 7, so 16.
16 damage.
Do I get the sneak attack now or still?
Yes.
No. Yes. Okay. And
Yeah.
sneak attack is 6, 10, 11, 17.
So additional 17?
Yes.
Got it. Okay, it looks like it's just suffering from all the wounds, but it is still carrying on. Livmora, you're outside. Just give you a check-in. You're circling the tower. You're not seeing anything, except you see the rocks outside are
Flying
spinning
all
around, and all of a sudden they go and they explode off, almost like they've been let go by the field, and they go flying into the distance, almost like catapults outside, exploding like that.
I hope none of those hit our light.
Well, guess what? You're gonna have to roll. Not our light. You have to roll for your ship. So you're gonna give me 2 rolls, dex saves of. I'm gonna make one a 17. I'll make another one a 25. If you get hit by this, we're gonna deal because these things are giant rocks in situations. We're gonna make it a d6 times 4 for each hit.
So what was the roll I need to do here?
17 and a 25.
And are we still running with the pilot who's got a +7?
Yeah,
Okay, so I need
the piloting check. I said dex, but it's piloting check.
19. So that
Pass.
one
Evades.
passes. And a 8. So that's 13.
Okay, 16 damage to the ship. You guys drop to 99. You have a rock stuck in the bottom of the ship, and the whole crew is looking over the ledge trying to figure out what happened. You see right after that, you see a bright white light go like and kind of like ripple through the air around the tower and just pass by you.
Are the rocks all gone now, or are they still floating around there?
The rocks have dropped.
Okay. I don't have to worry about them getting picked up and smashed into the ship again.
No, they're gone. They're gone.
Okay.
they've expelled and they're out of that field.
So we'll continue to circle, and I'll have the crew see if they can get the rock dislodged and start repairing the damage from it.
Okay. Garthard, you shoot your lightning into the center of this diamond, and I want you to think about a certain time in your life.
Okay.
You have 10 seconds to give me a time of your life. Otherwise, it's going to be the worst thing I can imagine. Here we go. Name something.
Before I ended up in the ocean as a child. Because when I ended up in the ocean at the age of 13, I don't remember how I got there.
Okay. You disappear. I'm trying to think what I should tell you now. You appear, and you are. No, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you. It's better if I don't.
Yes, I like that.
So you disappear, and you are no longer here. And we will continue. So, Xander, you can go, and to save time, Mister, you can take your attack as well. Both of you have advantage still.
Oh, I was not rolling with advantage.
Oh yeah, you had advantage from before. The second you went the other side of him, you had advantage.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize we were using flanking. So my first two rolls were a 12 and a 15, so I just missed the first attack.
Okay.
And I got a 17 on my second one for advantage.
That's a miss. So two misses.
I rolled a 25 and a 16.
So 25 is a hit. 1, 2, 3. It's Xander. Mister is 4, 5, 6. It is Xander for the first time. He attacks you. 9 plus 15 on the attack, Xander. Miss or hit?
That will definitely be below my AC. I should go find my AC though.
So that's a miss. And what's your damage?
20.
I did 18 damage in total for mine.
18 damage. Okay, you do 18 damage. The thing
on the side, I've been rolling for my sentinel. Go on.
You have a sentinel with you?
I have sentinel, so I've been rolling to attack it whenever it attacked Mistar. I didn't realize I had advantage, otherwise I probably would have hit one of those. But it's attacking me right now, so I don't get it right now.
Okay, so
what's the dragon doing? Or Drake?
You take the Drake down to 1 hit point. It kind of scrapes on the floor and doesn't have a lot of push at this point, and you see that it's pretty much like run out of energy and exhausted and near death. So what do you guys want to do?
Sorry, I missed that last bit.
Mistar seems to be muted right now.
So the Drake's
down to 1 HP. It's on its last legs. Xander's gonna walk up to stab it in the heart and kill this thing before it causes more problems.
Okay,
you doing anything?
You walk up to it. It's enough to do it.
Yep.
You put it, and it dies.
Thank Christ for that.
You notice when you kill it,
Now let's.
You see it all of a sudden grow very old, and then revert to like a baby.
It's dead though, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, let's just get the door open, find out if he's a baby now or something.
You go kick the magical door that's braced and unopened, and you realize that it's still magical braced.
Yes.
You kick the door.
I'm going to use
Okay,
message
I'll point my
on
finger
that.
towards it and cast message.
Yeah.
As
Okay.
we both ask to talk to him.
Okay, you
Yo,
try. You
You
cast
still
message.
alive?
You wait for a response.
Garthen, you
Yeah.
can respond to this message.
You're not sure if Chronomancy is blocking it,
I think he's dead.
or he's dead.
I think he's a baby now.
He
Well,
could
we
be a
can't get
baby.
in that door anyway, so
He's a dead baby on the other side of this door.
okay. So we've now got a baby Drake. Can I? How big is it?
It's probably about 7-8 feet.
Can I whip out one of my vials, grab some of its blood, because you never know when it's there. It's going to be handy.
Sure.
And then I think we head up and try to find. 'Cause I can't get that door open. We need Vault, so I'm going to say to Xander that we'll presume that something's happened to him. We can't get in there, so we're going to have to head up and see if we can get hold of the crew and get someone to help out. But yeah, I'm going to go back up very
Good idea.
cautiously because I'm not feeling the flashist.
Okay. What's up, Xander?
Xander is going to take some rope out of his bag, and he will wrap the Drake's wings upon itself, tie it up, and throw it onto his back to carry it out of here.
What's your strength? What's your strength?
20. I'm pretty sure I'm at 20 now.
Okay, so it's heavy, but you're pulling it up, and that's a lot of stairs. So you begin that.
A lot of cardio.
Yeah.
Strength training.
You guys get to the top, and you see the library is completely on fire. This is after a lot. It's Mister. You get there first, and Xander is still halfway, coming up very slowly. So, Mister, you encounter this library that is on fire. If you want to make your way through, you have to risk damage from the fire.
I'm going to look. Is there a path that I could get through? So, is there something where I can look at it and go, yeah, if I do this, I'll get through there, or is it
like
just
there's a path, but it's obviously a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Oh gosh, how long do I think the fire would last for? Is a guess. So, have I got time to wait?
It is not going out.
It's not going to go out.
There's so much dust and books and paper and yeah.
Can I see any other drakes in here?
Not that you see.
Can I hear any other drakes?
Roll perception.
Perception. 17.
You don't hear any other drakes.
Don't hear any drakes. Well, I'm going to hold position for the moment and sort of assess the situation. So kind of sit and wait, because I've got time. I'm waiting for Xander to bring up his drake.
Okay. You wake up. You wait up for Xander to come up. Eventually, he comes in.
Yep.
Xander, you're exhausted right now. Anything you do is gonna be with disadvantage because you just carried a drake up.
Yeah,
step.
he's gonna drop off the Drake. Next time, buddy. Next time. He slaps it. Like, okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, you leaving the drake.
No, fire.
What?
Oh, fire.
He'll leave it like in that office entrance,
Let's
like
see that.
inside the tunnel. So hopefully, if it burns down, maybe I'll come back and make it a Drake zombie one day.
Okay, are you guys trying to run through the library back up to the roof?
Yeah.
With caution and not on fire.
Okay, 3 dex checks, 15 each.
Okay.
16 plus 9, so that's a pass.
Saving throw or just dex?
Saving throw. Sorry.
That's a 19 and a 17. So that was a 26, a 19, and a 17.
Okay, so you dodge through the fire. You do pretty well, and you manage to get through unscathed. Xander?
13, 16, and 20.
13, 16, and 20. So you do take some damage from the fire passing through. You take 2d6 damage, and you take 7 damage total from fire. You make it to the other side. You guys rush up to the top. You don't see any drakes here. You don't know that drakes are inside. You know except for that one, but you don't have the metagame knowledge that there's more. You don't see any more. You make your way up to the top, and you see the ship is right where you left it. Like everything must be going great. Nothing's changed.
Got a giant boulder in the side, though, right?
Oh yeah, there's on the side of it, and you're like, oh, that's new. They must have added.
So I'm going to message Liv and say that we're back, and then see if she can get the ship steady so we can get back up.
Okay,
So Liv will message back because she can reply, right?
Yeah.
So she's going to reply. She's going to come down to pick you up, but there are still 4 more. Some got in, right?
So there's drakes, right?
Just be careful as she's coming
Yeah,
down.
I'm gonna keep an eye out. See if I see anything.
And then she'll begin to move the ship down so that the rope, and lower the rope again so that they can get back on.
Okay, give me a dex check for the ropes. Keep in mind, roll a 1, you are falling all the way down. You miss the rope. You pull a Holgar from season 1, and you go flying all the way down.
Really quickly, we're not under duress. Can I take 10?
If you think that you're not under duress and you want to take your time, definitely.
I rolled a 19.
My
dick's
not under duress. Do I trust my dice right now?
Mr. Judge
I'll
jumps
roll.
on, and you start climbing up. Xander, what would you like to do?
13.
Okay. So
Just climbing up.
you take the quick route, start climbing up. As you guys start climbing up to the top, down below you, white lights. It starts flickering to the point where it makes you feel like it's dangerous. You guys finish your way up. Livermore, you are somewhat near them. You kind of make your way over. You see the white light happening as well. And as you guys look over the balcony and you see what's there, you see a portal open up, and walk through the portal is Kanos. And Kanos looks around and kind of surveys the area, and then looks up at your ship. And that's where we're going to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
So good job, guys. That was a very interesting session. Livermore held it down in the airship. Xander and Mister had a great adventure inside with Gathard, and Gathard is
Lost in time.
a thing.
Probably safer than us.
Yeah, he is.
110%.
Gathard, you are so safe.
Oh, okay. All right.
110%. We all know Gathard's going to come back with a white robe, and he's going to tell us to look to the east, and there will be the army that saves us from the evil within.
Okay, so wait. Derek, how old is Gathard?
Oh, well, when he went back?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
how old
he's
is
now
he now?
13.
No.
He's 13 now.
How old was he when he went back in time just right now?
Can't be 13.
Oh, no, not 13. He was about 21, I believe, about there when everything went down. So 22 years. So he would have been 41 when he went back.
Okay, so
Or whatever happened.
41 minus 13, right? So that would mean that he's going to have to travel another 36 years to get back to where we are.
Yeah. or wherever he is, we don't know.
So 50, 60, 70. So he'd be 77 if he lived, did something, if he was in the past. And just so we know, what is the life expectancy of a Dragonborn?
According to D&D,
Yeah, if you do it by 5 each.
little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Like around about human age, or just a little bit less. Let me just double check.
So if he lives without any other thing and just goes through like Captain America-ing his way, living through time once again, is a 77-year-old old Dragonborn.
Yeah.
So I guess we will find out what happens. So that's interesting, guys. This was a lot of fun. We'll find another opportunity to do it again, and yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see this effect on the story coming up on Wednesday.
Yeah,
So-
it just disrupted the time field that is supporting where they are currently in a time field.
100%. Guys, thank you for joining.
Nothing's
My the three did
Nothing's wrong.
the three I rolled did that. That's what did that is the 3.
It was a 3 spot.
Not you at all.
It was the dice's fault. It wasn't Gathered at all.
Right,
It was-
exactly. So, guys, we're gonna stop the recording right here. This is Audio Dungeon. Thank you guys for joining us here with the FPC characters. Oni with for Livmora, Derek with Gathard, Mr. Richard with Mr. and Brown with Xander. Guys, we'll see you next time on Audio Dungeon. Peace.